What's up, everyone? Yeah, so I know it's just, this whole personal situation that's just been on me, like this past week, or more like even just the past couple weeks now, just finally been done and over with. And look, as much as possible, as much as it hurts to see, what transpired this past weekend, as much as possible, I don't want to let it get to me, and that, it's just going to, distract my entire day. Now, look, before I do get into this topic, it is likely that the CPE game will finally happen tonight. Now, the activities, it is supposed to be a 2 for 3, but I told the guys I can't be long in the basketball court because I still got some things to do with family, so I don't want to be out too long. I mean, if none of so many unexpected things have happened, then I wouldn't mind being out longer, especially if if this 3-week big break went on. That I would have made this game happen just last week or even the week before, so that I didn't have to worry about being out, for too long. That we could have taken our time on the basketball court, right? But now I had to squeeze my time in, and considering that my role this week in my outside life, it's being, I'm not gonna go as far to say it's being demoted, but for now it's being relieved to where I'm not one of the main guys to be like constantly helping around. Instead, it's only as it's needed. Now, of course, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be doing anything just because my role is being relieved, but I still gotta be helping around, when it's needed. Like yesterday, with a lot of housework going on, I almost feel like I'm playing starter minutes yesterday off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as of right now, while I am in that, I like to call it 6-man role, not a starter, I still gotta help around when needed. But I'm saying, at least for the most part, I'm gonna have more time for myself, in that they don't constantly need me for their help, or if as to when I'm like in the if you're like in the 5-man rotation of my outside life when it comes to helping around the house and all that. Right now I feel more like the 6-man coming off the bench when needed to help out, right? So I will make the game happen tonight. It's going to start by 6:30 or a little past 6:30. Originally it was going to be 7, but if something changes, like all of a sudden, I would hate to cancel this game once again. For I think now it's just going to be the 4th straight time, 3rd or 4th. It feels more like it's the 4th straight time, but I want to say it's 3rd. But yeah, for the most part, it's going to happen tonight, unless something suddenly comes up, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cancel it again, which I would hate to see happen. But yeah. Set aside from that, as far as what transpired last weekend, I want to, as much as possible, not dwell on it. I know it is to be expected, but it's just not so easy for somebody like me to just to even deal with one like that, So it's difficult, which is why I need to, as much as possible, even if it's not so much advisable to just be out so much, even after what's transpired this past weekend, that that I just like I did when I went back to Cypress College. Hell, look at the humanities building. A lot of these buildings are so different now. I mean, you'll think like it's been more than 10 years. The buildings did not look that modernized. I remember I was a student back in 2005 through 2008, and the buildings looked more gray, like all old school, right? And we were all still using our notebooks, our papers, and paper was still a thing back then. But now I'm noticing some of the classrooms have people are just using laptops now. Obviously, the future is right there. Hell, AI is already taking over, man. So, I mean, I hate to say it, AI is going to be doing all the work now. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, just visiting Cypress and Cypress College, just to even walk around the campus and just walking down memory lane. I know Russ has done that before many times. Just so I can get out of this whole mess. Because honestly, I just really don't feel like stressing out anymore. Like, we're to a point where I'm to a point where I just like I'm trying not to be so. I mean, not pessimistic, but just like the set like this what's the right word to use for it, like to where it's not so obvious, to where I'm feeling totally emotionally drained, like that emotion is just being dragged over, just dwelling on what transpired this weekend, right? I don't want to let that happen to me, which is why I did what I had to do, just going to Cypress College. Yeah, I had that phone interview, and it was okay for the most part. This is where I gotta do the practice, and I haven't really done that much homework for my from my therapist. So I'm sorry if I kind of slacked. I never really slacked when I was in school. I was a schoolboy and all that. I'm like a lot of people who are, forget to do their homework or just refuse to do their homework. And I've been in a bunch of classes where people are just not doing their homework. You know what I'm saying? So it was just funny to just even look back. But anyways, I want to do this as much as possible. And look, after what's transpired this past weekend, it's September. Fortunately, the one thing that's going to save me, and I said this before on my past video last week, is that Halloween season's coming up, right? So I got to look at it in a good way, in that I'm not about to just, forget about that completely. I really want to feel the Halloween season still. Hell, I want to feel like what I've had. Like, I want to watch as many horror movies as I could. I want to just get into the Halloween spirit, and I just want to forget, just what happened, all that transpired this weekend. And that's the one thing that I do want to get into. And hell, it's already getting close to Halloween season. It's going to become more and more, what's the right word? It's going to become more widespread now that Knott's Scary Farm will open this coming Thursday. Hell, Universal already opened last week on the 4th. So in my 13th year here, so it's just a matter of just really getting myself into it. That's the one thing that I can really appreciate about the fall season, the bird season. And so I gotta take the advantage. I know Christmas is right after Halloween, so I just need some smiles at this point. I need some good vibes. I need some scary vibes. That's the one thing I really want happening when I need it most. And it feels like now with Halloween around the corner, I will definitely need it most. So that being said, y'all have a good day, and as much as possible, just trying to forget what's happened. All right, peace.